So hooray! It has been very long since I brought up a video or uploaded a video. The reason being that I had a problem at my brother house. The chicks grew so huge that they were weighing down the cage. That is the Buddha cage. The ones I've been showing you earlier, you can check my previous videos and you see those cages. So he had in fact, to the extent of they bending the cage, they were very heavy. So you know what? I had to transfer them as quickly as possible to the adult cages. So this is not the time. They are 6 weeks and three days today. It's not time to transfer them to adult cages. But you know, I'm a beginner as well. I'm a starter as well. I don't have a place for the rearing stage, so I had to move them to the the more of the layer stage where the adults the adult cages. So there they are. I had to improvise and then cover the surface here with uh, objects to prevent them from coming out of the cages, since these cages are actually meant for the adult. So I have 3 cages. This is the 3-tier H type cage. Has comes with trays, and also you can see it's not taking much space. Yes, so the ventilation is quite good. It's quite good. You can see I had to quickly put up this structure. Yes, this building was already there uncompleted, so I had to quickly, I did the roofing sheet myself. I'm not a carpenter actually, but I had to do the roofing sheet myself and give it a gentle slope to prevent the water from leaking into the chicken house. So you can see the birds are now feeding. They are already used to the cage system. So from day one, they started drinking from the drinkers and then feeding from the feeding troughs. So I've served their food for them. And there's the other cage here. You can see the birds are lively. They are happy here. The cage is for adults, so they are nowhere near weighing down the cages. But you can see the birds as beautiful as that. Yes, yes. So they are 6 weeks, 3 days day. They are left with about, let's say about 12 to 13 weeks to expect some laying. That's about 16, 8, 17. They said this breed can start laying by the 16 weeks. That's the Highland breeds. And they feed to high quality feed. So I'm hoping that they lay as early as possible. Yes, you can see them as lively as that. Yes, very beautiful. The white chicks that I showed you some weeks back. There they are. Very beautiful. Yes. Actually, the number of cages are more than the beds. So I have about 2 empty cages reserved for isolation. You can see one brown appearing at the white. It was very stubborn from the day of transfer. Yes, they had to come out of the cages here, and so I had to just move him there. Already, I had one bed there that I was isolating, but the bed is doing very well now, so there's no need for fear. I isolated that bed just because I saw some little blood on the neck. I didn't want any pecking or any cannibalism, so I had to isolate that bed. You can see this bed, very huge, going very huge. You can see this is 6 weeks, 3 days, and you can see very huge. Yes, they are going very fast. I'm just going to expect them to lay very fast. So that's where I'm going to pick my eggs in the future. Yes, and that's the feeding trough, and that's the water drinkers. So you can see the containers here. Yes, individual containers. So I could serve my medications and also a source of water for the birds. But the birds are doing very well. The birds are doing very well. Yes, yes. You can see the floor as neat as you can see. Yes, 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 yes. Now let me show you one I suspected to be male. Look at him right there, very huge. I need to isolate this bird before it starts crossing those poor 3 birds in there. I'm going to isolate him as soon as possible. Ah, very huge male.